Alright, thank you for coming back. Today we are going to work on our cover and our hinges and attaching the base pages to the album. So for this you are going to need 2 pieces of chipboard that are 6.5 by 6.5 and have them covered in cardstock of your choice. You're going to need 1 piece of craft text or Tyvek, whatever you decide you want to use, and that is going to be 7 inches by 6.5. Okay, and then you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that is 7 inches by 6 inches, because that's your pages. Okay, so what I did is for my chipboard is I just took 8.5 by 8.5 pieces of paper. I scored 1 inch around. Mine is like 1/16 of an inch, so that way it has room to bend. And then I just covered the paper. So if you want me to do a tutorial on that, I can. But that's how I did it. So for we're going to work on the cover first. So with your craft text, you're going to score at 2 inches on this side. Okay, you're going to spin it around, and then you're going to score at 2 inches on this side. Okay, then I'm going to fold my piece on the score line. Okay, so now I have this piece here, and then I have this folded up. Okay, what I'm going to do, and you can take your colored your Tyvek and do the same thing and attach it and then cover it in paper. You can do that. I like using my craft text because it gives the book a little bit more durability as you're turning the pages and whatnot, and it gives the book a little bit more flexibility whenever it as it's opening, so you don't get no wrinkled paper or whatever. So we have that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these on the inside of my book. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to line up the score line with the edge of my book, and then I'm going to glue them. So I'm just going to apply a generous slather of glue onto this craft text. And you can get craft text by the roll at Walmart, and they do the ship to store, pick up at the store. That's how I do mine. Okay, so we're just going to put that on there like this. We're going to line it up, making sure that it's all even. Then I'm going to open this up on this side here, making sure that we're even. Make sure we don't overlap anywhere. And then I'm just going to burnish this down really good. I don't usually do white books, but I'm telling you, I like my black. Really liking my black. Alright. So now we have the first one on. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to line it up. Put some glue on it. And I'm addicted to my fabric tack. I did try some other glue. It's supposed to be for bookbinding, and paper crafts, but I did not like the way it turned out. I'll have to show you the difference on this book because I used one with that and then one with my fabric tack. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay that down, making sure that everything is good. Burnish it real good. Okay, so now the cover is done. Yeah, the other one I used was this one here. PH Natural Professional Quality Archival Adhesive, dries clear, remains flexible. Ideal for bookbinding and paper projects. I didn't like it too much because on this one I can see where I squiggled on in the middle portion, whereas this one I don't. So that's what I don't like about it. Alright, so now we're going to do our work on our hinges, and we are going to all you're going to do is just score all the way across both sheets at a 1/2 inch. So just a 1/2 inch all the way across, all the way on both sheets, just like you're going to do rosettes. Now I do my bookbinding, my hinges, a little different. This seems like it's similar to the way everybody else does it, but I like to take where I can get the full benefit of my pocket. So I will show you that here in a second, but the pages go all the way down, because when you put these 1/2 inches in, you lose a 1/2 inch of your pocket, where this way you can gain almost all of your pocket, including that 1/2 inch at the bottom. Okay, so now we have those. What I'm going to do is take 2 of these and I'm going to apply glue, making sure that they don't touch one another, and that is going to be our together. So I'm going to take some glue, apply it on, and you want this to be a nice generous amount of glue because this is going to be in your binding. Alright, so we're going to do that. Just don't put as much as I just did. Okay, because you don't want to go over the score mark on this, because you want to be able to move it. So we're going to do that right there. That one right there. Okay, we're going to let that sit just for a moment. And what this does is, the way I do it, see if I can get my book here and show you. So the first one that I did, find my bigger ones. These are smaller. I don't know what happened to all my pieces from my book, but let's see if we can use this one. This one's a little, these are a little short. So let's do this one. Alright, so this one, when you stick it in, it pretty much ends where your glue goes. Okay? With the one that I did on the next ones, you can pretty much get, see if I can get it in there, unstick it a little bit. You can pretty much get that all the way inside. So that has only got like maybe 1/8 of an inch sticking out. Whereas this one, you've got a good 1/2 inch sticking out. And that's pushing it to the bottom. Okay? And this one here, just have to maneuver a little bit, but you can get that in a lot further. Okay? That's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Okay, so this is dried a little bit. So this first one, you're going to valley fold it, so it's going to come, you know, up. Making sure that you do your edges, okay? So then you got valley fold, then you have a mountain fold, valley fold, mountain fold. Okay, so you're going to do two, you're going to have two mountains, just like this, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to burnish that. We're going to do this one, and we're going to burnish that one, okay? Make sure that it stands up. Then you're going to valley fold, so it's going to come back towards you after you do your mountain fold, and then you're going to do a valley fold again. So it's going to come this way, okay? Making sure that we have this one, okay? So now you have a flat, a hill, and a flat, okay? Then you're going to do a mountain fold, valley fold, mountain fold, okay? So we're going to make sure that these are creased real good. Okay, so those are going to go inside your book, so you want to make sure that you've got those creased and they're tight. Okay, so then you're going to go to the next one, and it's going to be, at the end of that one, it's going to be a valley fold, and then a valley fold again. Okay, so we're going to take those two, and we're going to fold them, making sure that they're flat. And you're going to have this one as a valley fold, so you're going to make sure that one's flat. Okay, so then we're going to do mountain fold, valley fold, and then we're going to do mountain fold again. Okay, so take those and make sure that they're burnished real good. So now we have this one, which is going to come down, and we're going to valley fold, and then we're going to valley fold. Okay, so now you have a flat, two hills, a flat, two hills, a flat, two hills, and a flat. Okay, now you're going to do, let's see, so this one goes down. So the next one you're going to do mountain fold. You're going to do a valley fold. And then you're going to do a mountain fold. Okay. Now that you have that, you're going to do another valley fold. Then you're going to do a valley fold on the next one. Then you're going to do a mountain fold, a valley fold, and then a mountain fold. Okay, now let's make sure we got it. So we have a flat, 2 hills, a flat, 2 hills, flat, 2 hills, flat, 2 hills, flat, 2 hills. Okay? So you should have 5 of those. 5 hills. 2, 3, 4. And in between the 2 hills, or the hill sections, you should have a flat. And then you should have 1 flat at the very end. Which this one has 2. So we're just going to cut that off, making sure that we have what we need before we trim that off. Flat, 2, flat, 2, flat, 2, flat, 2, flat, 2, flat. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to cut this last one here off. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply glue to the crevices that have the for the hills. So you're going to skip the first little half-inch section and you're going to put glue in between the second and the third. Okay, so get those together. And then I'm just going to pin these together. And you can put them together because they're going to practically be together anyway. Okay, so now you have your flat here. Here's your 2 hills. We're going to put glue onto that. So we're going to skip one. And then the next 4 will have glue on them. Okay, we're going to grab those 2 together. Squeeze them together, and then we're going to, oh, I put way too much glue on that one. Okay, let me make sure I have this. Nope, this one is. Alright, so I'm going to put some tags on here so they can dry a little bit. Okay. Let's dry some of that glue there off. Alright. So now I'm going to skip the next one, and then I want to put glue in between the next 2 that are, so the next 4 will have glue. Next 4 half-inch sections. So they're going to get 2 and 2. Okay, so we're going to glue those together. Move that down a little bit. Put those together. Ooh, I'm using way too much glue. Don't need that much glue. I guess I want to make sure it stays, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so now we have 3 pieces. So now we got 2 more that we have to do. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to apply some more glue. I'm going to skip the next half-inch. And I'm going to put glue in between the next 4. Okay? So that's how it's going to have. It's going to have glue in this one and then glue in this one. We're going to combine them together. flip it over. I'm going to put these on until they dry a little bit. Okay, and I have one more to do. So I'm going to skip this one right here, and I'm going to apply glue to this one and this one. Okay, so I'm going to attach them together, and then I'm just going to clamp them together to hold them together a little bit. Okay. All right, so now that is done. We're going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'll be right back. All right, so back to our project. I have let this take in a few minutes to dry. You want them to dry because you don't want to be putting them in the book and them falling apart as you're putting them in the book. So we're going to take these off. All right. So now you should have a piece that looks like this. So you have two of them put together here, two of them put together here, two here, two here, and two here. All right. Now, normally you would only see one that sits inside your book, and that takes away a ½ inch of your pocket. These go on either side of your pocket pages, and it gives you that little bit of a ½ inch back. So instead of doing your tab to, say, like you have a 6-inch book, instead of doing it to, say, 5 1/2 or 5 5/8, now you can at least do it to almost the 6-inch. Okay, so with that being said, now we are going to take this and we're going to put it in our book. All you're going to do is apply glue to your back pieces. Okay, we're going to do this one and that one. All right. Now all you're going to do is you're going to find the middle of your, oh, this one did wrong for some reason. All right, so we're just going to find the middle of our section here, making sure that everything is down. Making sure that it's in the middle of your page. Making sure it's in between those lines of your scored marks, so it keeps it together more. Okay. I'm going to make sure that these pieces here can go back and forth. Okay, we're going to make sure this one goes down. And make sure that goes down. Just making sure that this piece stays down into your book, okay? So now you have your piece, your frame of your book all done, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our pages together and we're going to get ready to put them on these hinges. Okay, so I'll be right back. Alright, so it is time that we are going to get our pages in. what I did is I just went through my stash of scraps, and anything that was about an inch long or an inch wide, I cut, and then what I went on ahead and did is I scored them down the middle. So 1 inch, and they're scored down the middle. So I just did a whole bunch of them, so I don't know how many I have here, because we're going to put them in for the pockets inside. Then you're going to need 10 that are 2 inches by 5.5 and scored in half. So 2 inches by 5.5 and scored at 1 inch. Okay, so we're going to fold all of these. These are going to attach the pages together for your pocket pages. Okay, so we're just going to fold and burnish all of these. Okay, so you're going to need 10 of these. All right, we're going to take 2, put the rest off to the side, get your book. You're going to get your page 1, which is this one here that's going to have 2 pockets up at the front. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and making sure that my points are up at the top, and I'm going to apply this to this little tab right here. Now if you didn't want pocket pages, but yet you wanted the pages to be open, you can definitely take your pages and glue one to each of these and have them as a page like this. So that way you won't be able to do much embellishing in between the 2 pages, but you can have pages instead of pockets. Okay? So you can do that too. So with the first one, I'm going to squish all these down to the side this way, making sure that the one that I want is up at the top so I can see it. Okay. I'm going to apply some glue onto this tab. You want to make sure you do not get it on that score line. So above the score line and around the edge. Okay. Then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to apply it as close to the score line as I can. And what you can do is take this and fold it down, and that will get it so that way it stays on. And it's in the right spot because it still has room to move. Okay? You want to make sure you give it room to move. So that's what you're going to do with that one. Okay? So we're going to attach these little pieces. We're going to just put them inside. Now we're going to work on page 2. So page 2 had, let me bring my book out. So page 2 had a pocket here on this side, has a flap, and then a pocket here. Okay, so this is your front of page 2. So I'm going to smush that down, and then I'm going to apply glue to the little tab in the book, making sure I keep it away from the score line. Make sure you get it around the edge of that page because you want your book to stay. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply it almost to the score line on this one. Making sure that it can bend forward and back. So I'm going to put it this way to get it to hold, and making sure that it can flip back and forth. Okay, so now you have page 1 and you have page 2 in. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2-inch pieces. You're going to apply glue to one side. And then you are going to apply it to the corner here on the top. Now, if you were doing a top-loading book, you would do it on the bottom and on the side. Because I'm doing a side-loading, I'm going to do it on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to put one here, making sure that it's flush with the top. It's not going over, exceeding the top of that page. Burnish that down so that way it stays. Then I'm going to take my second one and I'm going to apply glue to one side. Okay. Then I'm going to apply it to the bottom section of this at the corner. Not where the hinge is, but the other side of the corner. Okay, making sure that we're even. Burnish that down. Fix it a little bit. That's why I like the liquid glue, because you can fix it a little bit before you leave it there. Burnish that a little bit. Wipe any excess off, because this is inside your book, so you don't really want a lot of glue seeping out and sticking. Okay, so now you have 2 flaps on this side. Now all you're going to do is take some glue, put it on here. And put some on this one also. Okay. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to lay it on top of this one, making sure that the pages connect together at the top and at the sides. Okay. You have to lift it up, making sure that they are together. Okay. Now we have that page on, and we have this page on. And as you can see, they move pretty easy. Okay. And don't worry about that. If yours is, we're going to trim that up just a tad. Alright, so now we have page 1, 2 done, and we have a pocket. What you'll want to do on here is making sure that your pocket goes all the way down. You can look inside and see that now you have a full pocket. Okay, that looks good. Making sure that everything is together. Now you have a full pocket down there in the bottom. Okay, so we're going to take that, we're going to push that over. Now we're going to work on page 3. Page 3 has 2 pockets and 2 pockets on that side. So we have our piece here for the pocket, This one I kept this way. We're just going to leave that as a flap. I didn't cut that. So you can do it two ways. You can cut this off, which means when you do here, you're going to cut from corner to corner. And then you're going to make that a pocket. This one I'm just going to make a flap. Okay? So we're going to make sure that's inside there. We're going to close it up. We are going to apply some glue to the next tab, making sure that it's even. Making sure that you're not putting any glue on that score line. Making sure this is open the right way. And then we're going to apply it onto the tab. Okay, making sure that you're not on the score line so it hinders it from folding, from moving. Okay, wipe up all your extra glue, making sure that that stays there. Burnish it back here real good. You can use your bone folder, you can use your finger. Alright, now we're going to attach page 4, which has a pocket over here, and then it has a flap with a pocket up here on the top. Okay, so looking at this, there's our pocket, and then there's our pocket there. So this is the top here, and this is the bottom. So we're going to glue it on this side. Here's your front, and then this side. Okay, so we're going to apply some glue to the next tab on the other side. Making sure you have enough glue because you want it to stay. Making sure I have the right part. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it in here. Okay. Now I want to make sure that my 2 pages line up. So when I go to put them together, then we're not having any issues. Okay. Making sure that they line up pretty good. That looks good to me. Burnish this down. Making sure you get all the excess glue because you don't want any in your pocket. Okay, now you have page 3 and 4 connected onto your gussets or your, make sure that this is correct. Making sure that you got your pieces on correctly so that way they match when you go to combine your 2 pieces together. See, as this one goes, it's a little off. So I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to reapply it. Making sure that it's down as far as I can get it. Then I'm going to go back and double check. And they look pretty even there. Alright. Just going back, double checking, making sure that they're good. Then you're going to take 2 more pieces of your 2 inches by 5.5. You're going to apply glue onto your piece. And we're going to stick it in the corner up here on the top. Making sure that it's down, making sure that it's even with the top. Okay, then we're going to glue the next one on. And we're going to apply it to the bottom section in the corner. away from the binding. Okay, so now we have 2 of them on. Bind it down or burnish it down so it stays down, so you know it's not going to go anywhere. Then you're going to apply glue to the tab. Apply glue to the tab. And then you're going to attach your pages. Making sure that they line up together. Up at the top and at the bottom. And then make sure that they're stuck together. Okay. So now you have page 3 and 4 attached. Now we're going to do page 5. Page 5 has a flap with a pocket and 2 pockets. Okay, so that would be this one. So a pocket, a flap, and 2 pockets. We're going to keep that one in there for now. We're going to take it. This is our front piece. This is our back piece. We're going to take it and attach this to the next tab. The back side goes to the tab on the front pages. Okay, making sure there's ample of glue. Then you're going to take your piece and you're going to attach it to your making sure that it's burnished, making sure that it's even. Just double check over here, making sure that they're both the same. They're not uneven. Okay. Wipe off the excess glue. Come over here, burnish it, and wipe off the excess glue. Okay. You don't want any excess glue on these pages because they're already going to get stuck a little bit because of that tab. So, alright. For the next one, we have a blank page, and then we have these 2 that fold in this way. So these ones go here, and then they lift up this way. Okay? So we're going to take the front side of our page, and we're going to attach it to the next tab. So we're going to apply enough glue on this tab. Okay. Making sure we're on the right side. Then we're going to take this tab, or this front piece, and we're going to attach it to here. Just double check with your 2 pages, making sure that they line up before you secure that really good. Okay? Alright, making sure that we're even here. That looks pretty good. Double check, making sure that that's adhere, making sure you get rid of all that excess glue. Okay. I'm just taking a paper towel and just rubbing off that excess glue that's on there. Making sure that it's clean. Okay, now I have my 2 pieces, and we're going to combine them together. So you're going to take another piece of your 2 by 5.5. You're going to apply some glue on one. Oops. Wipe that off. Then we're going to take this and we're going to apply it to the top. Okay, making sure that we're even on and we're not having any hangover anywhere. Okay, we're going to take another piece and we're going to apply glue to it and we're going to put that at the bottom. Okay. Alright, so we're going to apply this one on. Making sure that we're even and there's no hangover anywhere. We're going to burnish that. I'm going to take my thing and I'm going to take this glue here off on this side that keeps hanging up. Okay. Making sure that it doesn't have any hangover anywhere. I'm going to apply glue to our tab up on the top and the bottom. And then we're going to attach the page. Okay. Take this and we're going to apply it. Making sure that we're even. We don't have any hangovers or a lot of hangovers. Okay. Making sure that it's on. Making sure you have your pocket in there. Okay. So now you have 2 more pages on. We have 4 more pages to go. Alright. So the next page we have plain and so plain front, pocket, flip, and then a pocket. Okay, so pocket on the side, here's the pocket, here's your flip, and then there's your pocket. There. Okay, this is my front side, this is my back side. I'm going to take my back side and I'll apply it to the next tab. Okay, back side to the tab. Put that on there. Making sure that we're even. Okay. And we can flip. Then you're going to take the next page, which has got this neat little pocket here and 2 pockets on that other side. So this one. So you'll want this back side or the front side to go on the next tab. So we're going to apply glue. And making sure we got our front. And we're going to apply it. You're going to make sure your 2 pages that you're going to connect meet up. And you're going to make sure that it's burnished. Making sure there's no glue. Okay. Then you're going to take 2 more pieces of your 2 inches by 5.5. Apply glue the one front side. You're going to apply it to the top. making sure we don't have any hangovers. I know I repeat myself, but you want to make sure you don't have any hangovers because it will affect your book and make it look tacky. Okay? Then we're going to take the next one. We're going to apply glue to it. Okay? And I'm going to apply it to the bottom. Making sure that we're even. Don't have any hangovers anywhere. Okay? Make sure you take off all that excess glue. Make sure it's down, burnish it down. Then I'm going to apply glue to the top and the bottom. Okay, top and the bottom. Then I'm going to take my page and I'm going to combine them, join them together. Making sure that we're even. Making sure that we burnish this in so they stay together. Okay, and that page is done. Now we got the last two pages. So our last page, our next page, let's see, new one. So we have a blank page here, we have a pocket, we have a flip, and then we have another pocket. So this is our front, and this is our back. So we're going to apply the back side to our next tab. Okay, so I put glue on this tab here, and then I'm going to apply my page. Making sure that we're even everywhere. And then we're going to burnish it in. Making sure that you're even and you don't have any hangovers. Burnish that in, making sure you get all that excess glue. Flip it over. Get this portion. It looks like I missed some corner, so I'm going to apply some glue there. Then I'm going to hold it down just a little bit. Make sure you have no excess glue. Alright, last page has a flip with a pocket and a flip with a pocket. Okay, so flip with the pocket, flip with the pocket. So this is my front side. My front side is going to get attached to the back side of this tab. Okay. Make sure we got enough glue on there. Take this tab, or this page, attach it to here, making sure that the last two pages line up. Okay, then I'm going to make sure that this is down. Make sure that this is burnished. Get rid of the excess glue. Now we're going to take our last two pieces. I don't know where this one came from. We're going to take our last two pieces. We're going to apply glue to the top of one. Apply it to the top, making sure that you're even, don't have any overage anywhere. Okay, wipe up the excess glue. Take the next last one, and we're going to apply it to here. Apply it to the top corner. Make sure you get all that excess glue out of there. Make sure that it's lined up pretty good. Then I'm going to apply glue to the top one and to the bottom one. And then I'm going to attach the two pages together. Making sure that they line up. Okay, so now you have all 10 pages inside your book. And that's how your book will look so far. So you have your book done, you have your hinges done, and then you have your pages done. And with the spine the way it is, it's flexible enough that the page will pretty much lay flat. You don't have to worry about it, you know, going up a lot. But I also look inside at your pages. Now you have a full pocket completely done of your page. So you don't have to worry about making the smaller tags that go inside your pockets, because your pocket now is big enough to hold that little extra that we have for that we like for our tags and stuff. So I'm just making sure that they're all open, and they are. So that is the completion of the book itself. The next video that we do, we're going to put the pockets together and decorate the pages. So I'll see you back. Thanks, guys.